Tom Petty once famously sang, "The waiting is the hardest part."
Many people are eagerly awaiting their chance to receive the COVID-19 vaccine, and that can cause stress and anxiety.
So how do we relax a little while we wait our turn? UW Health distinguished psychologist Shilagh Mirgain joins us now with some tips. Hi, Shilagh. How are you doing?
Hi, Shilagh.
Oh, great to be here.
Well, this is such we're kind of in that phase right now where everybody's excited to maybe get back to normal, and we're in that tough waiting phase. It's like, you know, the little kid that gets to Christmas Eve and can't wait to open the gifts. But how do you kind of fight through that to be patient through this? Because this has been difficult.
Absolutely. It's kind of like we've all been running this ultra distance race, and some people are at the finish line really celebrating with family and friends. Maybe they're wrapped in one of those silver blankets that you get at the end of the race, while many people are still trudging along, knowing they have a few more miles to go. And this can produce a lot of stress and anxiety, and even some envy that others have gotten the vaccine before you have. So I think the first thing to manage that stress and anxiety is to focus on what you can control. It's really important just to pay attention to the day-to-day routines. Focus on those simple victories and make sure to continue to follow the safety precautions for COVID-19. This is not the time to let our guard down.
It's really challenging, too, to manage your emotions right now. I had a viewer email me this afternoon and said he's 64. So he just missed the cutoff for the round of vaccines, and he's wondering when his term is going to come up, and it's really stressing him out. How do you control your emotions when, like you said, all you can do is control what you can control?
Absolutely, and he's not alone. I've been hearing it a lot in my practice that people are feeling frustrated, you know, not knowing when their vaccine date is, or maybe they've had it scheduled only to have it rescheduled because of a shortage, or just feeling stressed with the uncertainty. And so this is the time to be really gentle with yourself. We don't want to stay stuck in some of those distressing emotions, because that just really brings us down, but instead to foster a positive outlook. And I think one of the ways we can do that is just keeping this in perspective. You know, when we look at the current administration, they say that the vaccine rollout is going faster than expected, and by summer, even May, the vaccine will be available to all American adults. And so just knowing that that opportunity to get your shot will be here before we know it. So it's not time to lose hope, and just to, you know, foster as much positivity as possible these days.
Yeah, and you can look at it as, I guess, if other people are getting vaccinated, that indirectly is going to help all of us too. I mean, if a healthcare worker gets it before us, that helps us in the long run as we all work towards this herd immunity.
That's such a great point, Eric. And we want to think about the collective. If we're feeling a little envious that others have gotten it before us, that the rollout plan was for a reason, that people at risk who are vulnerable received it, and it probably saved a lot of lives. And the more people who get the vaccine, the more quickly we reach the herd immunity. So I encourage people to get the vaccine when it's their turn. All the different varieties are very effective, so take the one that's offered to you.
And maybe if you educate yourself a little bit about the vaccine supply, will that help alleviate some of your worry?
Absolutely. That, you know, knowing that the production is ramping up, and also that even if you have the vaccine, it's not like instantaneously life is back to normal, that it protects us, but we're still going to have to wear masks and social distance for a while. So knowing that we're all in it together, and we can really, it's really a time to just be kind to one another and support ourselves, and just offer ourselves some compassion as well.
Yeah, you also say in there, be gentle with yourself. Describe what you're talking about there when you say, you know, be good to yourself, give yourself a break.
Yeah, that, you know, if it's tough, if you have a stressful moment, just acknowledge it, and then just don't beat yourself up. Just do some little self-care, something to bring joy, some little act of kindness or compassion toward yourself. And if you're really struggling, I encourage you to reach out to a healthcare professional or reach out for some mental health support, that you don't have to struggle alone.
Always get help. Never be afraid to ask for it. There's no shame in it. Always great to hear from you, Dr. Mirgain.
Thank you so much.
And with the 60-degree weather, it's gonna lift all of our spirits soon, along with the vaccines. Thanks so much.
Great advice, Shilagh. Good to see you.